we will begin. Let's start lying down today. Stretch out on your mat. Let your arms come down to rest at your sides. Extend your legs if that's comfortable, or bend your knees if that feels better. Empty your lungs. Take a deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Allow yourself to come into this moment. To be right here. Notice what's happening in your body today. Areas that need special attention of any kind. Notice the speed of your breath, the depth of your breath. Notice any activity in your mind. The thoughts are swirling. Bring your focus back to your breath. See if you can slow the breath down just a little. Relax your shoulders. Relax your glutes. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to your mat. As we move through our practice today, give yourself what you need each step of the way. Empty your lungs. Deep breath in. And let it all out. And start to find some movement in your hands and feet. And turn your head gently from side to side. Back to center. And stretch your arms overhead. Reach your fingers back. Open through your arms, your shoulders, your whole torso. Extend through your legs if that is available to you, pointing the toes. And always keep the bend in the knees if that's what you've chosen. Lower your arms back down. We'll hug the right knee in towards the chest. Extend the left leg if it's not already extended, and then move into your twist. Guide your right leg over to the left. Stretch your right arm out to the right. Relax and breathe. And back to center. Lower your right foot down to the mat and then roll to the outer edge of your right foot, right ankle, opening your right leg out to the right. Stretch your arms straight out to your sides from your shoulders and then bend your elbows, cactus arms. Lower your arms back down. Bring your right knee back up to center. We'll hug the right knee in once again, hands to your shin or the back of your thigh. Tuck your chin, lift your head and shoulders off the mat, engage all the muscles in the left leg, point the left toes, and lift the left leg up to the sky. And lower the left leg back down very slowly. Take your time to a hover. Lift up, lower down, lift up, lower down. A few more. Next time you lower, lower all the way down. Place your shoulders and head back down to the mat and release your right leg. Extend your right leg. Stretch your arms overhead. Reach in opposite directions. Lower your arms back down. We'll hug the left knee in towards the chest. And move into your twist on this side. Guide your left leg over to the right. Stretch your left arm out to the left. Come back to center. Lower your left foot down to the mat. Roll to the outer edge of your foot, your ankle, open your left leg out to the left, then stretch your arms straight out to your sides from your shoulders, bend your elbows, cactus arms once again, and relax. Lower your arms back down. Your left knee up to center. Pull your left knee in towards your chest, hands to your shin or the back of your thigh. Little tuck of the chin, lift your head and shoulders off the mat, engage all the muscles in the right leg, point the right toes, and lift the right leg up. And lower down to a hover. Lift up, lower down. Take your time, lift up, lower down, and a few more. Next time you lower down, lower all the way down. Relax your shoulders and head back down to the mat. Extend your left leg. Stretch your arms overhead. Stretch a little bit more through your left side. And a little bit more through your right side. Both sides evenly. Bring the arms back down, bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat, hip width distance apart. Press down through your feet, press down through your shoulders, lift your hips, bridge. Now, just like we did with the legs, we'll lower the hips down to a hover. And then lift back up. Lower down to a hover. Lift back up. Lower. And lift. And take a few more. Next time you lower down, lower all the way down. And hug both knees in towards the chest. Circle your knees around a couple times each direction. And back to center. And if it's comfortable for you to rock up and down the length of your spine, you'll do that about 4 or 5 times before coming to a seated position. Otherwise, you can roll to your side and press yourself up. We'll find our seated position, cross-leg position if that's available to you. Any other seated position works as well. I'm going to start with my non-dominant side. I actually remembered to do that this time. Reach your arms up to the sky, inhale. And exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale down, now we add a twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right, let your fingers come all the way down to the ground and take 3 breaths. Arms stay low as you return to center. Before we take the other side, walk the hands forward, fold forward. Walk your hands back in, return to an upright position. Inhale, reach up to the sky, and then exhale, twist to the left, fingers all the way down to the ground, and take 3 breaths. Your arms low as you return to center. Walk your hands forward, fold forward once again. Walk your hands back in. If you've chosen to cross your legs, switch the cross of your legs. We'll inhale up to the sky. Exhale, arms down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Can you lift a little higher on this last one? Inhale, reach high. Exhale, arms down. Now we'll reach the arms up to the sky. Bend the elbows. Bring your fingertips behind your ears. So elbows are wide. Inhale. As you exhale, left elbow down towards the right knee. Or down towards the right side. Inhale back up. Exhale the other direction. Inhale up. Exhale. Just continue alternating. Move with your breath. One more of each. Back to center. Release your arms down, hands together behind your back. Interlace your fingers, lift your chest. And we'll add a forward fold with our chest expansion. Come back up, switch the interlace of the fingers, and then go right back down. And come back up, release the hands. We'll make our way into table on hands and knees. And find cow and cat stretches at your own pace. Meet up in a neutral spine. And then walk the hands forward to a kneeling plank. And lower down to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, lift your chin and chest, hands stay light on the mat. Exhale, lower back down. Take 2 more like that. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And this time, press up to kneeling plank. And come back to child's pose. Spend a little time in your child's pose. You might shift your hips from side to side. You might walk hands from side to side. Move around a little bit. Then back up through table to kneeling plank. Curl your toes under, lift your knees, high plank. Hold your high plank. Press the mat away with the hands. Engage all the muscles in the legs. Then soften your knees and lift to downward facing dog, hips high. Find movement in your downward facing dog. What movement feels good?
Yeah, now.
From your downward facing dog, walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Bend your knees, tuck your chin, and roll up to standing. At the top, inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, arms down at your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, arms down, then we add the twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open arm twist to the right, arms stay shoulder height. Couple breaths. Back up to center, big breath in, arms at your sides as you exhale. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist left, arms stay at shoulder height. Take a few breaths. Back up to center, inhale. Exhale, arms down at your sides. And then we move on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down through center, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, step back to high plank. Shift forward tips of the toes. Set your knees down on the mat, lower down to your belly. Peel your chin and chest up, then press down through your hands. Straighten your arms as your belly and thighs come up off the mat. Pull back to child's pose. And then up to downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Roll up to standing. This time, just one sweep. Inhale up. Exhale down through center, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back, high plank. Shift forward tips of the toes. Set your knees down, lower all the way down. Heel yourself up. Maybe you come into upward facing dog this time. Press down through the tops of the feet. Lift your knees. Lower the knees back down, pull back to child's pose. Then up to downward facing dog. And know that as we continue through our practice, you find the flow that works best for you each time. From your downward facing dog, step feet to hands, forward fold. This time, sweep up to the sky. Inhale, out and up. As you exhale, chair, hands at heart center. Stay low. Shift weight back into the heels. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Breathe. Now a slow rise up through center. Inhale. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stay in this lifted position. Right foot stays where it is. Step your left foot back to warrior one. Square off your hips to the front of the mat. Your back heel just as deeply as your front heel. Engage the inner thighs, engage the glutes, the abs. Put your arms up to the sky. You might draw the thumbs back, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Bring the gaze forward once again. If you've lifted it, take a breath in, breath out, open arm twist to the right. Relax your shoulders. And back up to center. Inhale. Exhale, arms down at your sides, hands together behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Open your chest. Lift your gaze. Then gaze forward, release your hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms out in front. Now spin your back heel up. Launch right to warrior three. Back leg lifts. Reach your arms out in front. Level out your hips. And we'll meet up in chair with hands at heart center. Sink your hips back and down. Breathe. Inhale up through center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, arms down at your sides. Inhale up, exhale down through center, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back and find your flow. Flowing to downward facing dog. You can always just step right back to down dog as well. In your downward facing dog, step feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, chair, sit low. Hands at heart center. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, back up. Stay lifted. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now left foot stays where it is. Step your right foot back. Find warrior one on this side. Again, square off your hips to the front of the mat. Nice bend in the front knee. Straight, strong back leg. Bring the arms up to the sky. And maybe draw the thumbs back. Gaze forward if it's lifted. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, arms down at your sides, hands together behind your back, opposite interlace of the fingers. Beautiful chest expansion. Gaze forward, release the hands. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, arms out in front. And then we'll spin the back heel up and launch to warrior three. We'll meet up in chair, hands at heart center. Inhale up through center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up, down through center, forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and flow. Make your way back to downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, lift your right leg up to the sky behind you. Take a big breath in. Breath out, knee to nose. Step through for a low lunge and spin your back heel down. Rise to warrior two. Slow lift to reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg, lift. Your right arm up, lower your left arm down, maybe a half bind. Keep your legs right where they are, arms come back to shoulder height. Then turn your right toes in, square off your hips, and point your toes to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, lift your heart, flip your palms up. Exhale, wide leg forward. Spend a little time in this wide leg forward fold. Whether you choose to be still, fingers can come down to the mat, or hands to the outsides of the ankles, or you can take some movement in your forward. And from your wide leg forward fold, look towards the top of the mat, walk your hands that direction, find your low lunge. So all the toes point straight ahead, back heel lifted. Framing your front foot with your hands. Lift your right leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip. And back to downward facing dog. Take a flow if you'd like. Otherwise, just hang out in down dog. What feels good? From your downward facing dog, inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, step through, low lunge, spin your back heel down. And rise to warrior two. Feel your foundation. And as you root down, you find more energy, draw upward. And then a lift to reverse triangle. Straighten, open, breathe. Keep your legs right where they are. Bring your arms back to shoulder height. Turn your left toes in. Square your hips and point your toes to the long edge of the mat. Inhale. Open your chest, flip your palms up. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. And once again, either stillness or movement. You may decide that you'd like to take a chest expansion in this wide leg forward fold. That's a nice option. We meet back in the stillness of our wide leg forward fold. Then look towards the top edge of the mat, towards your left foot. Walk your hands that direction, low lunge, framing your foot with your hands. Lift your left leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip. Back to downward facing dog. And a flow if you'd like. From your downward facing dog, step feet to hands. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, chair. Inhale, back up. And this time, exhale, dive down, forward fold, lead with your heart. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, step through, low lunge, spin your back heel down, inhale to rise. And exhale, really feel your warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, arms back to shoulder height. And turn the right toes in, face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Couple breaths. Again, stillness or movement. Look towards the top edge of your mat. Walk your hands that direction. Low lunge. Lift your right leg up and back. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Back to downward facing dog with or without a flow. You all know you can bump that flow up, right? Adding some low planks. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, step through low lunge, spin your back heel down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, settle into warrior. Inhale, reverse triangle, straight. Exhale, arms shoulder height. And turn the toes to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Couple of breaths. Look towards the top edge of the mat. Walk your hands that direction. Low lunge. Lift your left leg up and back. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Back to downward facing dog. Flow if you'd like. Meet in downward facing dog. Look to your hands. Step feet to hands. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, chair, hands at heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and flow to downward facing dog. One more time, same as before. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Spin your back heel down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, arms shoulder height. Inhale, turn the toes, lift the heart. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Couple breaths. And look towards the top edge of the mat. Walk your hands that direction. Low lunge. Lift your right leg up and back. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Back to downward facing dog with or without a flow. And inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Spin your back heel down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, arms shoulder height. And turn the toes. Inhale, open your heart. Lift your palms. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Stillness or movement. Look towards the top edge of the mat. Walk your hands that direction. Low lunge. Lift your left leg up and back. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Back to downward facing dog. Flow if you'd like. You meet in downward facing dog. Step feet to hands. Adding on this time, inhale, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, chair, hands at heart center. Get ready for a twist. Option to take prayer twist, hands stay together, or left forearm onto the thighs, right arm around behind. Twisting to the right, take a few breaths in your twist. Then back to center. Listen, inhale up through center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale back up and exhale back to chair, hands apart center. Get ready to twist the other direction. Again, you can take prayer twist. Palms stay together, elbow onto or outside your left thigh. Otherwise, right forearm on the thighs, left arm around the thigh. Back to center. Inhale up through center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up, dive down. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and flow. We'll start out same as before, but we'll be adding on a bit. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Spin your back heel down. Rise to warrior two. Here's where we add on reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your front knee. Lift and open through the right side. Continuing to lunge into the right knee. Relax your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Get ready for side angle. Glide forward. Inhale. Exhale. You could bring your right forearm onto the right thigh, left arm high or bicep next to your ear. Or you could have a straight right arm inside the right leg. Your version. Then all the way up to reverse triangle. Inhale. Arms shoulder height. Exhale. Turn the right toes inward. Inhale. Lift and open your chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. You can stay in your forward fold, or if you're working on tripod or headstand with basket grip or crow pose, those are options too. Otherwise, just hanging out in the forward fold. I'm going to stay in an upright position because I just had chilaquiles. I think upright's a good option for me for the moment. Whatever you've chosen, we'll meet back in our wide leg forward fold and look towards the top edge of the mat. Walk your hands that direction, low lunge. Lift your right leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip. Back to downward facing dog with or without a flow. Adding or subtracting whatever you need. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Spin your back heel down, rise to warrior two. Keep your legs right where they are. Lift to reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. I'm getting ready for our side angle. Glide forward, inhale. Exhale, your version of side angle. Whatever that is for you today. Knowing it might be a little different on this side than it was on the other. Then up to reverse triangle, slow transition. Both legs straight. Inhale, arms shoulder height, exhale. And turn the left toes in. Inhale, lift and open your chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. And again, stillness or movement, or maybe an arm balance. Find what you need and breathe. Whatever you've chosen, we meet back in the stillness of our wide leg forward fold. And look towards the top edge of the mat. Walk your hands that direction, low lunge. Lift your left leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip. Back to downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, maybe you flow. Meet back in downward facing dog. Take a breath in, breath out. And lower your knees down and come back to child's pose. Relax in your child's pose. From your child's pose, back up through table to kneeling plank, to downward facing dog. Getting ready for half pigeon. Maybe supine pigeon is a better fit for you today. That's fine. You can go there if you're ready. Otherwise, you can try this out. Lift your right leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip. Bring your knee back to center. Draw your right knee all the way through to plant behind or outside your right wrist. Lower your left knee down, slide your left leg back. Might bring the right foot towards the upper left-hand corner of the mat, square off your hips. If your knee says, roll down onto your back. I'll show you the modification. Otherwise, if your belly down here, just walk your hands forward. Supine version, you're on your back, knees bent. Cross your right leg over your left, ankle to thigh. Lift your left foot off the mat if you'd like. Maybe even sending your left foot up to the sky or using one or both hands to pull your left leg in closer. Feel free to take any variations that you like. If you've been belly down, you might come up to the palms, bend your back knee, or reach back with one of the hands, just flip up your foot. You might add a twist. If you're on your back, you can either stay there and simply switch sides when we move to the other side, or you can make your way back up and meet us in downward facing dog. If you're belly down, make your way back up to your palms. Curl your back toes under, lift your right leg up and back once again, bend your knee, open your hip. You might even take a flipped dog here, if that's in your practice. Feet back in downward facing dog, take a flow if you'd like, perhaps a little extra time in upward facing dog to open things up. If you're on your back, you'll simply switch and cross the left leg over the right, bring it to your version on this side. Otherwise, down dogs, lift your left leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip. Back to center and all the way through. Plant your left knee behind or outside your left wrist. Slide your right leg back. Square off your hips. Make sure you're not rolling off to the side. Continue working your right leg back, hips back as you fold forward. Your belly down, you might come up, take a variation. And then just as before, if you're on your back, you could stay there, or you could find your way back to downward facing dog for one more flow. If you've been belly down, come up to the palms, curl your back toes under, lift your left leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip, maybe flipped dog. Make our way back to downward facing dog with or without a flow. From your downward facing dog, walk your feet all the way through to have a seat. You may take a crouch and curl on the way. That could feel good. But we meet up having a seat on the mat with legs extended out long in front. Roll your shoulders up and back. Cross your right leg over your left, planting the sole of your right foot outside your left thigh. Take a twist to the right. Plant your right hand behind you, press down through your right hand. That action, lift your chest, but relax your shoulders. You could wrap your left arm around your right leg, or you could lift your left arm up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, left arm in between your right leg and your torso. Take your time coming back to center. Keep your legs where they are, gentle counter twist. Then back to center. Uncross your leg and take that on the other side. Cross the left leg over the right, sole of the foot plants on the mat. Bring your left arm around behind, press down through your left hand, lift up through your chest, lift up through the crown of your head, but relax your shoulders. Find the arm position that feels best on this side. Back to center, gentle counter twist. Back to center, extend the legs out long in front, maybe a shifting of the hips. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Let your hands rest wherever they fall. Could be on your shins, could be your ankles, could be your feet. Let go. Take your time coming back up. At the top, extend your legs out wide. Once you've done that, reach your left arm out, up, and over. Nice side stretch. Back up to center, lower your arm down. And then the other side, inhale, right arm out and up, exhale, over. And come back up. Breath in here at center. Breath out, walk your hands forward. Fold forward. 5 breaths here. After your 5 breaths, walk your hands back in. Legs back to center, bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat, hands to your shins. Couple of cow and cat stretches, find the depth that you need. Before rolling yourself down to your back, getting ready for bridge or wheel. If wheel is in your practice, feel free to take that. Hands next to the ears, fingertips point towards the shoulders. Pick everything up. Otherwise, if you're following me with bridge, feet hip width distance apart, root down through your shoulders, your upper arms. I'm going to recommend that you bend your elbows this time, point your fingers up to the sky if you're taking bridge. Energize your arms, your hands, spread your fingers wide, and then lift your hips up, rooting down through your feet, your upper arms, your shoulders. Lower your hips back down. Your hands come to rest on your belly. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch. Open your knees out, sides. Bring a smile to your face and take a deep breath. Place your hands on the outsides of the thighs. Bring your knees back up to center. And then take any movement that you'd like. Take several breaths to move around. Could be a happy baby. Could be legs up the wall. Could be plow pose. Could be another twist. Find what you need to prepare for the stillness of Shavasana. You do come to that place of stillness. Get comfortable. Just like at the beginning of the practice, you could have your legs extended, you could have your knees bent. Either way is fine. What feels good to you? Where can you completely let go? Feel the gentle rhythm of the breath without controlling it, without changing it, just appreciating what is. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere. Forehead, jaw, neck, shoulders, hips. Let it go. Relax completely. Filled with gratitude for everything that your body does for you every second, every day. And decide what you would like for your day today. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. And with that in mind, begin your slow, gentle reawakening. Finding the movements that your body needs to awaken. Eventually, you'll roll to your side and take a couple breaths on your side. And press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. With closed eyes and an open heart. Thank you for allowing me to guide you today. Thank you for sharing this time. Reconnect with your intention for the day. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Namaste.